is that we have a Discord channel. So for those who are not aware of it, in the video description, I have put the link, and you can click on that link. That will lead to the Discord app if you are on mobile phone, and if you are using the PC or the laptop, then you can download Discord. You can join this server. We call it Discord server, and then you can get the different channels. We always post. We always post daily challenges on this platform. So there are a lot of questions that you can solve. Moreover, if all the topics will have a separate discussion channel. So that last session was Ikigai. So now you all can discuss Ikigai. And there is another channel. So after this session, I will create another channel which will be for Google Sheets, where you can discuss the problems related to Google Sheets. Also, one more thing, we are creating our own universe, the problem solvers universe, where we are creating a lot of superheroes. So the first superhero is already out. She is the wisdom girl, and her abilities are mentioned. So if you wish, you can just go and read those abilities, her powers and her weaknesses. Okay. More superheroes are in line of production, so you will see a lot of superheroes coming in. Okay, different types of superheroes related to the different types of subjects or situations or like that. Okay, a whole new universe is being created here. Also, if you wish, you can discuss general things here in the general channel. Okay, I hope this is fine. So today we have planned for Google Sheets, discussion on Google Sheets, and it's a very simple, very useful software, and it's like a boiled down version of, let's say, Excel. Okay, so we know that there is a one software called Microsoft Excel, which is the MS Excel. It's a very powerful software, and it helps to create it helps to sort out things. So basically it's a data porting, data manipulation, data segregation, data arrangement, data interpretation, whatever you call it. It collects a lot of data and then synthesizes the data, analyzes the data, produces different kinds of graphs and a lot of, like what you read, bar graph, pictographs and all. And so generally bar graphs and pie chart are used. But then these data can be used to create a lot of different platform. So you can create a very automated kind of a system where you can monitor a lot of processes, and bigger industries use it. Actually, most of the companies use it. So this is the powerful software, and it is a paid software also. But let's suppose you wanted to use the similar concept or the similar kind of processes or functions. There is one software and an application provided by Google, that is Google Sheet, and this will help you to use most of it, not all of it, of course. MS Excel is a very powerful software, but yeah, most of it, most of the functions you can use. And you can also, and this is free, and this just requires your Gmail account only. And I hope that since you're using YouTube, you already got a Gmail account, so it's not a big thing. You also only have to set up a Gmail account, and then you can open a new spreadsheet. So we call it a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is basically a matrix having some rows and have some columns, and these represent the cell of that spreadsheet. Okay, so what we are going to do now, we are going to understand the spreadsheet basics, and then we are going to apply maths today, mathematics, and we will learn some functions that will help us to solve a little like simple problems, like some linear equations and other problems like that. And we will be creating one calculator, a very basic calculator, but it will be a custom calculator that you can actually rearrange if you wish to. And then I'll try to provide you a Venn diagram solving approach. Okay, this Venn diagram will be used to solve our last Ikigai problem, which we found already. Okay, so for this we have to understand one more function called Vlookup. Very powerful function. It has there are different kinds of lookups, H lookups for horizontal lookups and V lookups for vertical lookup. But yeah, we'll be using these this function, and with one more function called an array function. An array function helps us to get a singular line of data and convert it into array format. So this is what we are trying to cover today, and this all are actually just the tools, or what I can say, they are the They are certain, consider that kind of formulae or weapons for you, from using which you can fight something. Okay. Now this fight can be like you have to design your own daily timetable, your monthly timetable, your curriculum planner, or your class whenever you have the class. So you can use all these tools to create those things. Okay. I also will, obviously I would like to tell you that some customization techniques, such that some conditional formatting, so, and some color things, so that you can actually make it look better. Okay. So these things that we are going to cover. So let's begin with our first. So to open a sheet, you always can go with sheets.new. Okay. Sheets.new will create a new sheet for you. You can always also create by opening the Gmail and from there new sheets. Okay. Going to the drive. Sheets.new is the shortest way to reach out that place. Okay. Let me just refresh it once. Yes. So that I can read the chats now. Okay. So now this is the untitled spreadsheet. Okay. I can give it a name, and if I don't give it, it will be kept as untitled spreadsheet only, and it is automatically saved. There is no control S in Google spreadsheet. It is getting automatically saved unless you have a running internet. If the internet is stopped, then this sheet either will stop, or it will ask you that do you want to allow the offline access. If you allow the offline access, then this sheet will continue to be saved on your system, and as soon as it will get the internet, it will upload all the data on your Google Drive. So it is already linked to your Google Drive. Okay. If you wish, you can change it. So let's begin with our Google spreadsheet course. Let's say course. Also, it's not a course. Let's say class. Okay. Now, a course will be very much detailed. So now what you have to understand, okay, let me zoom it a bit so that you all can understand and see it comfortably. I hope it is fine now. Okay. So in this scenario, what you are seeing now are certain rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on, and some columns called A, B, C, D, E, F, and there are more columns. They are just to this side, you can see, and they will keep on increasing after Z also. Okay, A, B, A, B, A, C, like that. It will keep on increasing. So it's infinite actually indirectly for this moment. Okay. Now let us now understand one important point. This, which is selected as blue as of now, is a cell. Okay, it's a cell. It's the smallest entity in a Google spreadsheet. Okay, and this cell has a position. It has a position. The position is A1. So for this cell, the position is A1. Okay, so this is this is B1. Okay, so we always write the column number and then we write the row number. So this is A2, this is B2. Okay, now, okay, let me just do one thing. I have to refresh it once. Give me 1 second for it. Okay, now it's fine. Actually, my screen was stuck. Okay, now this is the second one. Then we have the third one, which is A3, and so on. Okay, so now you understand that the first position is A1, the second is B1, this is A2, B2, this will be similarly D2, and so on. Okay, this is a very basic form of referencing. We will understand referencing a little bit also. Okay, now in this point, I can always put some values. Now these values will be the cell values. So they will be like, let's say I'm putting 20 here, and I'm putting a value 50. Now these values by default are taken as numbers, and since they are numbers, they will always be aligned to the right side, like this way, 20 and 50. But if you write something like a text, it will always be on the left side of it. Correct? This is how you also differentiate between the value is a numeric value or it's a text value. So you cannot operate a mathematical function on a text value. You get the point now. So you cannot operate a mathematical function on a text value, even though it may look like to you. Okay, it might seem it's a 0 for some, let's say, but remember the position is this side, so this is a O, not a 0. A 0 will be like this. Okay, now these values together I can always select. Now I'll tell you one very basic thing. Let us start with indentation. Let's say I want to index this thing. Okay, I want to create a serial number. So I'll say S number. Now I can go and create 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you don't need to create 1, 2, 3, 4 continuously. What you can do now, you can select these two numbers. So you have to click left and drag. So just hold the left click of the mouse and drag for two numbers. Then you see there is a small square on the right side. If you click on it and if you drag it, you will find that all the numbers will create automatically. So this is the fastest approach of creating a number or a series. Now in general, I wanted you to apply math concept, correct? So understand how I'm using this now. This is for you like a serial number. But let's say I wanted to create a natural number series, correct? Now to create a natural number, you will write 1, 2. You cannot say, sir, I will only copy one of the values. Then it will just copy that value. I'm talking of Google Sheets. It has a very different interface than the Excel. Excel, I will ask you, do you want the continuation or do you want the copy? So Excel is advanced. But Google Sheet is not that advanced. So what happens, you have to understand that you cannot drag one value. You have to drag two consecutive values to create the natural number series. Now you see the natural numbers have been created. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. Okay. Now, okay, wait. Okay, now let us create another numbers, even numbers. So can we create even number series? Now see how you can. Now you can create an even number series by writing 2. Also 0 is an even number by the way. So 2, 4. Now what you need to understand, if you select 2, the Google Sheet will always take up it as how much increment has happened in the consecutive 2. So basically it's an AP. Now you understand I'm talking of arithmetic progression in Google Sheet. Now arithmetic progression of even numbers, you can create an arithmetic series here comfortably. This will be your first element, second element, third element and so on. What if you are asked to find the sum of this series? The sum of this series. There are many ways to understand that. Okay, let me take up the first one. Okay, just see if I drag this and select it. Okay, I need to do one thing. Wait, I need to hide my taskbar. Okay, now it is good. Now you notice one thing. Do you see this sum is written 56 here? It might be very small. Actually, it gives you a lot of things. This option can give you how many values are there. So you can count how many values. You can see the count is 8. I wanted to show you that. The count is 8. So if you notice, this is 3, 6 and 8. So there are total 8 values, 8 mathematical values. Okay. So when I select it, it right away counts the total numbers and it also tells me the sum of the values. By the way, it also tells me the average of the two values. So I can easily find the average. So I can solve a statistics problem very easily. I don't need to put in a calculator and every time. I can create like this way. I can put it here and I can just drag and see. If one value I want to change, I can change very comfortably. So basically you somehow created an average calculator also. But is there any function which can give me directly? Yes, it is. So you can use a sum function. A sum function gives you the sum of the numbers that you select. So let us select like this. Don't worry about all these things. I'll talk about it later, but not now. Very good, Deepika. Super. So the sum is 56. Okay. Now you notice what happened. The sum came out to be 56. And now if I go and change any value, let's say I want to make this value as 24. Let's say the sum will keep on changing. So it's a dynamic value. Similarly, you can create the average also. So you can type average and you can write the values. Okay, since I changed the value this to, that's why the average changed. Now you can see the sum is 56 and the average is 7. Such a easy way of doing it. Okay, let's say I want to create an odd number series. I hope you have understood this part. I'll start with 1, I'll do 3, I'll just copy these two, I'll drag it. I got the even number, the odd number series. Works well. Okay, now you've got the even number series, you've got the odd number series. What if I want to create another kind of series? Maybe something which is different. So in your books in NCERT, there are a lot of series given. So you can create those series, just 2 terms of it, and you can find the values. But what I have been given a general term of a series. Let's say the nth term of the series. Nth term. Now I have been told that the nth term of a series is 8n plus 1. So I keep on changing 1 and it will keep on giving me another value. So it is 8n plus 1. It can be anything. It can be very difficult also, but let us understand a simpler one. So this means if I have to put the value of n as 1, understand now, please. If I want to put the value of n as 1, it will become 9. If I put 2, it will become 17 and so on. Now let us create the terms here. So this is, okay. So this is my nth term in general. Just talking about that. This is my values of n. Okay. These are my n values. I'm just creating a simple values. Now understand. What I need to do now is to create a formula. To create a formula, you need to start with an equal sign. With an equal sign you take up, you write 8, then you need to multiply. You need to multiply what? You want to multiply the value of n and it will keep on changing. It will always be either 1, 2, 3. So it will be like this value. I will select this value. Now this is the location of the value. What's the location? A23. Correct? So we get A23. Very good, Deepika. Plus 1. So what we get, now you see it will give you a suggestion to autofill it. This is a new feature and it was not before. I will show you that using this is easier. There is a simpler way of doing it also. I'll show you later on. Let us say tick. You see all the consecutive values have been filled up. Automatically you get the all corresponding. So if I put 2, the next term is 17 and I've got the AP. It's like an AP because every time 8 is getting increased or whatever. If it is AP, yes, it is 8. Correct. Now let us understand one more point. What if I didn't do this? What if I only got 9? Now you just need to drag this and it will fill all the values. That's one of the way. Okay, there is one more way. You can always select, press the shift key, use the down arrow key, bring it down and then you press Control D. What you need to press? Control D. So Control D is the shortcut for it. Now when it is helpful, let's say I got some value here, let's say 20. Okay, now you notice what will happen. I'm deleting these values. I press this, shift control down. It will be completely filled up, correct? Wait, I don't want to go for the top thing. So I go shift arrow keys, I select it and then I press Control D. What is the shortcut key? Control D and it will, okay, I selected it from the wrong place. You have to start from the top. Control D. This is why it is giving us 1. The reason is because this value is considered as empty and empty is considered as 0. That's why it's taking it as a 0 plus 1 value. Okay. So if I put 0, it won't change anything because by default the sheet is taking as 0. But what if I change it? What if I do this and I drag it? So the values will change. Okay. So by this way we can find the nth term of an AP. We can find the sum of the n terms of an AP. We can do anything like this. Done. Okay. Now let us understand some very basic point. Okay. Notice one thing in this case. It is written A23. Now A23, this is changing as I am dragging down this. Keep on looking on the value stuff. This is A24. If you notice, it's written A24. The next is written A25. The next is A26. Basically, it is keep on changing. Now, this is a very good thing if you want this to change. But sometimes we don't want it to change. Let's say I am having a value of g, the gravitational acceleration due to gravity, as 10 meter per second square. So we know that g is 10 meter per second square, correct? So let us take the value of g as 10. I want to find the weight of an object for different mass. Okay, I want to find the weight of an object for different mass. So I want to find the weight w, or I can write weight, it's okay, for different mass. for different mass. Correct. Now, when I do that, I take the mass, let's say 50 kg, 50, yeah, let's say 50 kg, or the mass as 30 kg, and let's say 70 kg. I'm just making you understand what will happen, nothing special of the numbers, okay, just to make it easier to understand that the multiplication is happening. Now, I know that the weight is given by the formula m times g, correct? If I have considered the mass as m, then the weight is m times c. Now the problem is, very good Deepika, so you know absolute referencing also, very good. So you know that if I have to find the value of weight, I need to multiply this value by this value, and I put enter. Now when if I drag it, this is trouble. Why it is giving me 0? I am multiplying everything, this times this, so next time I should do this times this, but it is not doing it. The reason is, you notice what has happened. This value has changed to F24. F24 made this and took this value, because when you drag vertically, understand the concept, when you drag vertically, it keeps on changing the row number without changing the column number. Now this means what? This means that this value will be taken and multiplied, and the next time this value will be taken and multiplied to this value. You can see this has become orange and this has become purple, orange and purple, yellow and purple, whatever you call them, I don't know, but yeah, they are multiplying and is giving us this value. If I put a value, let's say 2 here, you will notice the value will change. Notice, yes, it changed. So this is the controlling value, which we don't want. We want it to be g to be taken as a constant value of 10, and I don't want to write 10 times. This is a very bad thing. Now there is one thing called a dollar sign. A dollar sign locks the row or the column before which it is applied. For now, I am only considering that this should multiply by F23 only. So if I am dragging it, it's changing to F24. So I want the rows to stop. So I will just go and stop the row by putting a dollar sign. It's always there in your keyboard above 4, correct? Now once you do that, if you drag it now, you see now it is not taking this value. This has become obsolete because it has no importance, because now the values are logged as F23 only. You get it? Now the values are logged as F23 only. But what if I wanted to find the value of mass on moon? I know that it is 1/6 of this value. So I know that this mass is this divided by 6. 1/6 of this value. Okay, it is 1.66 something. We know that gravity is 1/6, correct? If I remember correctly, physics. Okay, I may have forgotten it, but yeah. So let's say it is 1/6 of it. Okay. Now since this is the G on moon and this is the G on earth, correct? Now G on moon and G on earth. Okay, Deepika, that's well. So now we have got a G on moon and a G on earth. Now if you notice one very basic point, I can now drag this, okay, and it is now multiplying to G23, and I wanted G23. Now notice what has happened. This value has become E also. I didn't want that. I wanted only, now see what is multiplying. 500 is getting multiplied with this value. Why so? Why so? We wanted the mass to get multiplied with the G value, correct? With the gravity on moon, acceleration due to gravity on moon. So I don't want this value to change. This should remain fixed. Now what is changing? Notice carefully. The D27, which is the cell D27, has changed to E27. I should lock my mass. The mass is moving because I'm moving in the column. So I should not do this. I should go and I should lock my mass, which is the D column. I should lock this. Now it will not change anything if I drag and drop to this side. Nothing will change. Nothing will change here. But if I note, if I go and drag it now it seems to be correct. Is it correct? I think 500 divided by 6 is actually 83.33. Now you notice the multiplication is correct. It's happening with the mass of the object. with the acceleration due to gravity on moon. The reason being, it is we are only locking the column of this because we don't want the column to shift when I'm shifting this way, and I don't want my row to shift, the 23, because I want the 23 row to be fixed, because if I drag now, I don't want it to go wrong. Now you see, everything is multiplying by this and this. You can always check by double clicking on that value to see which values are getting used in your formula, and they will colored by different colors. They will get colored by different colors, where you can notice the boxes which are happening in the operation that you have written already. So since the multiplication was happening, you see the purple and the yellow color, and now everything is perfect. I wanted this to multiply with this. So what is dollar doing? A dollar on D is locking the column for us, while the dollar on the row on 23 is locking this value for us. And if we now, let's say I'm on a very different planet, I'm not aware of it, maybe on Jupiter's moon, maybe on Jupiter, I think the Jupiter gravity will be very high. I don't know, I'm not aware of it. Maybe it is, but Jupiter is a gas. We won't, let's leave Jupiter. Let's talk about Mars. Okay, how much is the gravity on Mars? Anyone knows it? Is it exactly the same as, I think it should be very near to Earth's gravity. Otherwise, why would we go and habitat that? Let us say the gravity is 8. Okay. Now, what if I scroll this up? Now, you see nothing will change. Everything works. But why to do it one time every time like this and drag it down? This is a very tedious approach. Now, to make this easier, you know that this is done. This is the correct one. Just use this and drag this, and you'll get the answer quickly. Then just one drag. Okay. So you already got this. Just drag it once, and you have everything copy pasted to the other side. And now you can always do more calculation based on these numbers. I hope this is clear now. So we now solved multiplication problem. We solved a force, mass, acceleration kind of problem using this. So I hope you understand it was a linear equation basically for me, because the two values were fixed and only one value was changing like that. So we always kept one input value and we were getting an output value. One value was fixed for us, which was the gravity, correct? So when you write a formula F is equal to ma, it is very similar to y is equal to ax, correct? Because a is fixed, y is changing based on the value of x, which is nothing but the mass of the object. Can we do more of this? Yes. Why we can't? So you can solve v is equal to ut plus 80, ut plus half 80 square, I'm sorry for that, and like that. Okay. So half 80 square, you will have to write 80 times t. That you are, I hope you know that part. Okay. So in this way, you can create and solve a lot of what I say, linear equations and different other. This is a kind of a quadratic equation in t. This is not a linear equation in t. So you can solve equations using this. I think the first part is clear, correct? Fine. Now you have understood one very important point. Let me just bring one more thing. Okay. Let us say that this value is 45. Okay, and say this value is 35. Okay, I want to find the difference. Now obviously the difference, there is no formula like that. So what you will write, you will always go and write the first value, you will put the minus and you will write the next value. Okay, and in this way you will get the difference. Now let us say I create one value, sorry, let's say 55. Okay, and this is 65. Now understand that once you have done and performed certain operation, Google Sheet will start to guide you. Okay, it may tell you that since you have performed a similar operation on the left hand, it might give you another options because you just use something similar to it. So try to understand and apply this also whenever you are using similar functions. You don't need to type the complete thing again and again. You can always say, okay, I want a sum or I want the average, because last I used the average, I use the sum, and I use the difference, so I'm using the difference. Let's support, and I got the answer this time because I'm doing 55 minus 65. And this value I made it increased, so you can see the negative value also. Okay, hope this is clear and you have understood everything. Self-referencing, what I needed to make you understand that there are two values which you lock, the row and the column, and therefore you can do that. Okay, now let us say I've got one chart. Let's say I put some chart 20, 30, 40. Okay, and I've got 10, 20, 30. Okay, understand this point also. Now I want to multiply these values 20 times 10 and all. So what I will do, I will go like write like this value, multiply this value and put 200. Correct. Now if I drag it, no, it's not going to work. So what will be the correct way? I want the answer. What should I do? I made some mistake here. I'm pretty sure of it. I want to drag, but I want the values to pop up like this. What should I do? So if anyone can tell me, Deepika, you're there? So you can tell me, what should I do? I don't want these values to change because everything is changing now. This is drastically, these are not the answer. 40 times 10 is 400, not this 24,000. So it's all wrong now. So I cannot multiply this way. It's a matrix multiplication also. So now what we are solving is kind of a simple A multiplying with A multiplying with B, A multiplying with C, and so on. Okay. So I haven't got the answer still. Okay. Fix B3. Okay, let's fix B3. Okay. Now I'm doing one very shortcut thing to make you understand something which is important. Let's say I do function F4. So I'm locking everything. Okay. So I can make one very important point clear. Now notice that as she said to me that fix B3 because every time I need to multiply 20 to 10, which is the correct one, which is C2. Now next time I need to multiply 20 to D2. So if I drag, I really want my D to change, my C to change to D and my D to change to E. So I should not lock these. Locking is by putting a dollar sign, correct. But what if I drag down? This is wrong. You know why it happened? Okay. This is because when I fixed B3 this time, I fixed the rows as well as the columns. Now fixing a row and a column together will make it an absolute reference. So what you call it in Google Sheet, we call it absolute reference. Okay, so absolute reference will not change, it's fixed, it's just one value. So what has happened now, fixing B3 has resulted every cell to be just B3. And yes, trust me, it won't change even if I go in the other cells. So notice that every time now B3 is only getting multiplied like this way. Okay, so whatever this value was, it's multiplying with this value now and so on. It's all wrong, correct? So what we need to do, we always have to go and fix what we need to change and what is allowed not to change or what is not to be changed, kind of. Okay, so I want B column only. So like when I drag, I want my B to lock, but I don't want my row to lock. Now why so? Because if I drag now, wait, something bad has happened just now suddenly. Okay, wait, what is happening? It's taking B4, superb, but it's taking C3, correct? Now what has happened now? Understand one thing. When I'm doing this, I need to lock only $B. I need to lock B because if I drag down, I don't want my B column anywhere to change, that's okay. But I want my rows to change. So I cannot go and lock 3 because if I lock 3 and now if I drag, you see this is never changing. But I don't want this. I want this value now. This is not B3, this is B4. So if I want this value, I should not log 3. That's correct. Yes? So I should not log 3. That's okay. But what I want when I drag, I don't want my C2 to change. I don't want my row 2 to change to row 3. No, I don't want it because this 30 has to multiply with 10. So what I will do now, I'll go here and I will lock the dollar onto this. I hope you understand now perfectly. Now if I drag it, it will be perfect. If I drag it like this, wait, and it will be the perfect multiplication of each values corresponding to each value. So this is what is happening. Done. Okay, the dollar should be very clear because it is very helpful in understanding another things. Okay, fine. So let us move to the next part. Okay, the next part is about this is how you can do that. Let us understand a little bit of data validation. Now data validation is a very good and a useful concept. It helps you to write the same thing easily and faster. Now let us say I always have like Monday, let's say I've got Monday, Tuesday. Okay, by the way, I should not do this. This is stupid. If I drag, I should get the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, it works in this also. It takes it as it understands what is Tuesday. It's not like you have to write the complete that. You can write the 3-letter, minimum 3-letter, and then you can drag and it will give you that Saturday, correspondingly whichever format you have selected. Okay, let us just stick to this one, and I'm keeping it here. Okay, not here. I can't keep it here. Wait. Okay, let's just zoom out a little bit. I hope you can see it. I'll zoom it later. I'll zoom in. Okay, just want to see that Monday to Saturday has come. Okay, now suppose these are your timings. Okay, so days are on the top and there are some timings. Let's say you want to fix something like 7 a.m. you have certain subject you will read. 9 a.m. you are fixing something. 10 a.m. see, automatically it is taking it as time. 12 a.m. or 12 noon it has become, so 12 p.m. 2 p.m. and so on. Okay, now these are the 4 times. Let's say 6 p.m. and then 8 p.m. and then 10 p.m. Okay, now I can go and write I will study 7 p.m. math. Then I again go type physics and so on. Now this is actually waste because I need to copy. I need to always go type math, type physics. I know they're only fixed subjects I have to read. Correct. There are only fixed values. There are only 6 to 8 subjects which are there. The classes are there. Correct. To do this fast, you can always go and create a data validation. Now let us create a list, a drop down list. So go to your data, go to data validation, click on list of items, and you click on and you write what are the items. So I want a math. Once you have to type just once, physics, a chemistry, a biology, a English, a civics, what do you call it, a history, and a geography, a eco, or the other subjects you have got. Let's say art, and let's say commerce, and let's say computer. Okay, now I'll make you understand a lot of things, so please understand. This is the most stupid way of doing it, but you need to understand the stupid way. That's why then only you will understand the smart way. Okay, notice that I have got a list. So superb list. Math, physics, chemistry, bio, English, civics, history. Superb. Yeah. Now if I go and just click on it, I go and drag this, and I go and drag this. Now I just need to click. Okay, this is my bio. This is my English class. Here my math class. This is my physics class, and so on. I hope you understood it. It will be idiot. My idiocy if I do that. Okay. Now, understand that in this way I can always create it. But the problem is, what if now a new subject comes in? And that's the trouble. Because if I go and if I try to add a new subject, I can't find it. Then I will type it. Let's say a new subject has come up. I was not aware. The computer is there. What's the new subject? Yeah, Google Sheet has come up. So Excel has come up. Oh, there is no Excel. You can still type it, but this is not a good way. This is showing you invalid because the data has been not in the list. Okay, so there should be a way out to solve this, and I cannot go click on this value, go to data validation, and then add here. Then I have to add everywhere like that. I have to select the correct range and all. So not talking about those ranges or. So this is not a good way. There should be a good way. Let's understand that. So let us say that now I know that this will be my free column. Let's say this is my free column. I will not be using this column in the same sheet. I can always create a new sheet, but this is an easier way for you to understand. Just understand. Okay. I can teach you a lot of things, but for now, let us understand this way. Okay, let us say this is my subjects list. Okay. I can go and create a subject list like math, physics, chemistry, bio, English, and so on. Let's suppose. Okay. Now, what I can do now, by the way, you cannot delete a data validation by clicking on delete. It won't. So what you need to do to remove a data validation is you have to go click on it. So I'm right now selecting every data. Okay, so that I can remove in once. Go to data validation, click on remove validation. Remember, data validation can only be removed when you have gone through data, not by deletion. There is no way to delete data validation. Okay, now understand one thing. You have got a list Okay, now this list is what is going to be coming up here. Why I can't go on data, click on data validation? Now it's asking for range. Understand the range thing. First is the sheet number. First is the, okay, let me see if I zoom, it will be zoom. Oh, superb. I hope now you people will be able to see it very perfectly. Okay, now you see what is happening. This is the sheet. It will always resemble the sheet name. So every sheet has got a name by default, sheet 3. I'm not changing it. These are very basic things and I'm not teaching you that much. Okay, you can always go and change, rename things. But yeah, there is an exclamation mark, which is a very important point. Don't touch it. It's just I'm telling you this. Hi, Shikhar. So now what you need to do is you need to click on B4. This is B4, okay? But this is the only place I want, correct? Where is B4? Let's see it. Let's see where is B4. This is my B4. This is where the data validation to be needed, correct? So I hope you understand that this is okay. Now there is one term called where you want to pick the data from. You want to pick the data from a range. Superb. And see what the tip is. It says use absolute references. This is the most important point. I taught you what is an absolute reference. When you log both rows and columns, that then only you call that reference as absolute reference and it never changes. It's a fixed. You can go actually and write a column. Now you know that I can go, I can click and I can select it. So what I will do, I'll go here, I'll go and select it. See, it has popped up J2 to J7. Again, remember, this is not fixed, correct? This is not absolute reference. To do absolute reference, there is a shortcut way. Either you can go add dollar here, you can do that. Log the rows, log the columns. But you are smart. You know why? Because you know it already. So now you press your F4 key. Okay. So if, okay, now it's not working for me. Superb. So I don't know why it's not working for me, but yeah. Generally, if I press F4, I'll get this dollar key. Okay. Now these dollars will lock this. But the problem is, I don't want my only this part to be selected. I want it to be dynamic. What is dynamic? When I want it to be selected, the whole column, I add anything, it pops anything. Add anything, pops anything. So I will just go and remove the 7. I don't want my end for J. This means there is no ending for row. The row is going to be, as they are increasing, the row will keep on increasing. But I don't want my row to pop out. That's so good, isn't it? Now I don't want my row to pop out. I only want the column to be fixed from J2 because the subjects are starting, oh, not from J2. I want it from J3 because the subject list is coming from J3. Correct? So I go, I select this J3 to J7. I just lock it. Okay, so I got this lock and I don't want the rows. Now I close it. J3 to J complete. Okay, it has popped out. Do I want to later on? I'll see it. Say. Now let us go back and see magic has happened or not. Notice math, physics, chemistry, bio, English. Yes, that's okay. But what if I get a new subject? Okay, I'll write a new subject. Let's say computer, I got it. Okay, let's put enter. Come here. Is computer here? Superb. The computer has popped up. So now you see you have created a dynamic list. So now you don't need to write every time. Now what happens if I drag this and if I select every region, not every region like that. Yes, still Saturday. Sunday is off. No, Sunday is for this class. Yeah, Sunday is not for that class. Sunday is not for that. Now you see in every cell it will be the same. Math, physics, chemistry, bio, English, computer. Math, physics, chemistry, bio, English, computer. That's so cool. Correct. Now I've got a subjects fixed. So I can go and put a subjects here. It's a fixed. Now I can go and add more subjects. Let's say any subject. I'm just adding a random subject list. I just want to show you something, so it's okay. You understand? Now notice one thing. Every time you select, this list will start to pop up and that's okay. But what, can we just do one thing? Can we just create this list in alphabetical order? Because I don't want my subjects to be in, because it will be easier for me to search the subjects if they are sorted, correct? So what if I can go and sort this? Okay. So where is that sort button gone? Sometimes I do forget things. Where is that sort? It's generally there in the end. If I maximize it, I will get it. That's the whole point. Text rotation, clear. Okay, wait. Yeah, here it is, data. Now I want my sort range by column. I want it from A to Z. Yes, sort A to Z. Correct, Deepika. Now I got in data sort A to Z. I want my range. Okay, this range completely. So I got it range. Now you see everything is sorted by A, B, C, D. So biology is first, chemistry is next, computer is next. Hey, it's wrong, no? It should be English. Why it is doing wrong? Wait. Okay, this is working. No, now it is correct. No, it's EJ. Now it's correct. This space is counted. Okay, remember the space has the highest priority. Okay, now I understand. So it has been counted up and then it is counting as K. That's the whole reason. Okay, now you need to see now. Sorry, now you will see that all this data is being in the correct ABCD order and done. Voila. Okay, so now hope this will help you to plan your day. So I hope this answers the next question. Plan your day. Correct. You can create a lot of different things. You can go and create a lot of different colors. Colors is a very easy. You can always go fill this color with something, say yellow, and like that. But what? Listen carefully now. But what if I want the colors to be selected based on the type of subject automatically? Let's say I love math. Okay, I love math. Yes, Deepika, correct. We go to conditional formatting. Okay, so you go to format, you go to conditional formatting, and now you can go and add the values. You can say I'm adding test is exactly, so the text is exactly what math. So whenever it is math, just go and make it blue. Okay, but remember it is not applying to a range, it's just applying to a cell. So understand what will happen. It will not change to blue color if I select math here. No, it's not. Let's see if we can find the correct range. Where is the starting math? B4. What's the value? This cell B4. What is the end point? G11. So it is from B4 to G11, correct? Let us go here. Let us click and change this to B4 because it's starting from B4. My subject putting full colon because it's the range we are writing. So we write full colon from B4 to G11. You don't need to write fix here because we are not going to drag it. So if you are not going to drag it, it's totally fine even if it is relative referencing and not absolute referencing. You click on done and voila. Everything now, wherever math will be there, it will always be a blue color math. Superb. This way you can always plan your day with a certain color, also certain subject, certain time, whatever your life is. I'm not sure, but yeah, you'll get it. Okay. So these two things are done. The last thing, I've taught you a little bit of maths. What if we want to make a calculator? So we need numbers. Number 1, number 2, and we want certain operations. So we want a sum, we want a product. I'm leaving it and I'm thinking that you people will be able to do it. Sum, product, maximum of the two numbers, minimum of the two numbers, average of the two numbers, what we all want to find. Is there any other operation we can do? Power, exponent, what else we can find? This is a custom calculator we are creating now. This is the custom calculator, okay? I can make it look very good, but that's not my fundamental here, okay? That's a very long full course. Then only I can teach you that everything. How can I do a combine this all cell, yeah, and make it colorful and all. Not required. Just so exponent. What else? What else we can find? Okay, I think for Google shaded these are the minimum number of functions that will work. Let's say quotient, remainder, difference. Okay, difference I can find. A remainder we can leave. That's okay. But yeah, of course, this is custom, so you can whichever function you want to find, you find. Okay, you've got two numbers, they are fixed. You want to find the sum, what you write? You write the sum. Now you can either write the sum or you can write this value plus this value. See, it's a very easy way. If I do b2 plus b3, I know this is a b2 value, this is a b3 value, I can write b2 plus b3, easier. Product, I can go type. Now I want to make you understand there are so many ways of doing it. b2 times b3, whenever you select the correct cell, the cell will get highlighted by the same color. That's the trick. Done. Maximum value, so you write equal to maximum value of the two values or any number of values. Let's say b2, okay, like b2 b3, you can find it from the range also. Okay, minimum, let us find b2 b3. Okay, what's the average? Average, you can find b2 b3. Okay, because division by 0 is not allowed. Since the division by 0 is not allowed, you can make and write one function called if error. Now, if error function is a kind of a function, if error. Okay, let's see this function, if error. So, if error takes a value, so if the error is there, it will print some other thing. So, if I haven't written anything, it won't print anything. It's a blank. Okay. So, if error helps you to remove that division by 0 thing which pops out. Otherwise, if I don't do that, because since this value is 0, if I put 1, it will work. But the problem is I should not, because the number should be always empty. Correct. Now, to make this thing go away, we always put a if error. Let's say if this something like very bad math is happening, just don't show anything to us. I know that it is happening, just don't show me. Exponent, okay, I want a number 1 to the power number 2. How can I do a number 1 to the power number 2? Do you think there is an exponent function? How can you do a number 1 to the power number 2? I don't know. So what is the difference? Okay, difference I liked. Num1 minus num2. Use operators. Okay, so let's use operator. Num1, which is our b2 raised to the power b3, works. Okay. How is it 1? Because any number raised to the power 0 is 1. Although it's wrong, because 0 to the power 0 it's coming. But yeah, let us leave that. Okay. Now let us put some values. 25. Okay. 35. Not 35. Let's have two big number 5 and 2. For checking, let's do that. So it's working. It's a super fast calculator. It calculates a lot of things for you. You can always try to make it look better and better and better if you wish to. That's the whole point of doing this, correct? Isn't it? So you put it like this, you color it. That's what I said. These are all very. So you can go and merge these cells so that they look better. You can align them in the center. You can make it bold. You can make it big. Correct. Now your custom calculator, this can become like a gray background. Don't believe I don't have a very bad taste for colors. Then you can go and make this value center line. You can make it bold if you wish to, and yes, you can always. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's make this thing a little bit like that, and yes, let us fill the background as say black and the text as white. Looks differently, and yeah, that's a black and white calculator. Don't believe. Yeah, I don't know what colors, so this is my black and white calculator, a custom calculator. You can add more functions if you wish to, but this is how we make a calculator. Done. Okay, now since we have completed this far, let us do the last thing that was written, and that was Venn diagram. Now that should be very big thing. So what I'm going to do now, I've already prepared it, a little bit of it, so that I can make you understand. Okay. Now, you remember this was our Ikigai. Hey, there is by the way, there is no limit on it, so I can continue doing that and it will be like always. Okay, let's understand one very important function, Vlookup. Yeah, as promised. Okay. So, you have this in which you need to find the common of the two terms. So you want to find whatever is in what you love and what you are good at becomes your passion. So you want to say that in one column I want to get what I love, what I'm good at, what I can be paid for, and what the world needs. So this means that there are total 4 sections or 4 circles or 4 columns. So I need 4 columns to write all those things. What I love, what I'm good at, what the world needs, and what I can be paid for. Okay, I have written some values here just to check and everything and not. Okay, it doesn't matter whatever I write. Okay. Now these 4 columns, I need to find the common points. Now I need to find the common point for this is passion. So whatever is in this and in this should be in the passion. Okay. Now to make you understand this, let us first understand VLOOKUP. Okay. So let's say I have got a list. Listen carefully, okay. I've got a list. Let's say the name and the marks. Okay. I take up the names. So let's say the names are Aman, Deepika, and Shrikar. These are the kids I know now. They are on Discord, so I know them. And their teacher. Okay. Now we have got some marks attached to them, 52, 36. No, Deepika will not get 36. So 95. I hope Deepika is fine. Aman will get more, 85. Shrikar, let's say, gets 85 or 80. And let's say Jimmy sir gets very bad marks. He is failed 40. Okay. Now, in some other place, I want to find certain value linked to those values. So I know that name. If I write a name, so not Sunil here, let's say Deepika. I want Deepika marks to be popped up here. Okay. The problem is I don't want to directly get it. So I can use a VLOOKUP function. Okay. Let's see what's the VLOOKUP function. Every function will help you to understand this and gives you in this way. What's the search key? What you are searching for? I'm looking for Deepika value. Okay. In where are you looking for? That's my total range. I select and drag. You can always go and put the values B13 to C16 full colon in between. Okay, comma. What is the index? Now index in VLOOKUP is the position of the column you want the data from. Listen carefully again. Index is the position of the column you want the data from, and the position will be calculated based on the range area or the range selection. Now we know that this is our range, the blue dotted box. This is our column 1 for the range, this is the column 2. Basically this is our index 1, this is the index 2. What I want the marks of Deepika. So I'm looking for the range, I'm looking for the index 2. 2 is basically telling me that I'm looking the values from this to be pasted here. Which values to be pasted here? Pasted from the column 2. Okay, please understand this. Now, comma, is this data sorted? No, it's not sorted. It's randomly arranged. I have not performed any sorting of any kind. So I would put 0. 0 is like false for binary also. So you can say it's false. If I put 1, the data is sorted. Although the data is not sorted, I'm not taking the data in a sorted format. So it's done. I put a bracket or an enter. Whatever you do, you get the answer. So you see, I got the answer for Deepika as 95. Now, what if I go and I type, let's say, Jimmy? The problem now is I won't get the data directly. I need to drag this. The trouble, I hope you understand the trouble. Where the trouble is? The trouble is the range has changed. We didn't see that this will change. Now you notice this is B13 to C16. This is B14 to C17, which is wrong. So, hope you remember that. First, you need to go and lock this B13. So completely lock this, absolutely lock this, because you don't want either the row or the column to change. Function like the F4 key will help you to lock it perfectly in just one click. You don't need to press $4 times. Just use the F4 key, that's the shortest key. Everything else works fine. I really want, when I drag, I want the F13 to change to F14. I'm not dragging in the horizontal way. So even though I don't lock F, it's fine. But to be very much perfectly clear, F should have been locked. Because if I move in this way, the F will become G. I hope you remember now, taught in the beginning itself. So now if I go and drag this, this is okay, but now the thing is, it is still B13, C16, the same column, the same range. That's good. Now I go and type Shrikar. Let's say I'll get the values as 80. That works. But if I go and type Aman, nope, it's not working. So this is working unless I keep on extending this. Now the problem is I cannot go and keep on extending in this situation, because I will keep on writing a lot of what I like. Every day I'll find, hey, I like this thing also, and I think world will need also, and I think I will be paid for this also. This is all things dynamic. And I told you, when there is a dynamic situation, you don't go with a static kind of situation. So you can't keep on extending this every time you go click here, drag it. That's stupidity. What rather you can do is, you can create an array formula. An array basically takes up everything from that column. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove this all. I'm going to put up another function before it. That's my array formula. I'll put a bracket. Array formula makes it an array. Now when I put it array, now you see it shows me autofill. If I click it, it will get. Now if I delete it, it's okay. Now but the best thing about this is, the moment I go and type any name, let's say Aman, and it works. Now again, one very problem. If there is no name, it's showing me N-A. Why is it so? Okay, so let me just do one thing. Let me just delete everything. I don't want it. Okay, now this array formula is good. But, okay, wait. Oh, just wait, something. I just want to wait, yeah, delete this column altogether. Okay, now if I go and put the formula, okay, it's giving me the value, but it's changing this value. Okay, so what I can do now, since it's giving me errors, I can go and type if error. Okay, if error, one more function. Okay, wait, the formula, this value, sorry. Okay, now you see the errors won't come, because if error is like controlling it. I hope you remember the if error function. Okay, now let us go and apply the same thing here. So what I did, understand, it has to fill up completely. Okay, now the first, let's understand with the first case. I want the what you love, which is the set 1. This is my set 2. Okay, right, I hope you understand. This is set 1, set 2, set 3 and set 4. So I'm doing a set 1 intersection set 2. I'm taking the common of it. So I'm going and writing, first of all, go and see this column. Okay, notice this column. Okay, whatever is the value here, you have to find it. But you have to find it where? You have to find it in the set 1 column, which is A7 to A. All these columns will start to get highlighted. Just understand. Okay, so you are saying that you are here taking the common. So I'm looking for reading, and I'm checking, is reading in my set 1 also? Is reading I love also? Okay, I'm good at reading. Superb. But do I love reading also? So I go and say, let's see in the set this, look up that value. And if it is there, then write the reading. Why the reading? Because reading is what you are taking as your range, correct? So you say the first one. Okay, so if array formula, let's see what does it does. It writes your first what you want to search. Okay, you set the range. You set it like this is my range, and that's my first value. You keep on writing the first value, because there is only one column, there is only one index. That's the beauty of this. This is easier to understand compared to this. In this case, the index was 2 because this was the complete and this was the value we were looking for. Correct? But in this case, since the column is actually only one, there is only one column which is selected from beginning towards end. When I say B7 to B, I say completely from the beginning, from this point to the end point. So this means that I just have index of 1 always, and the data is not sorted, so it is 0. So this means that I've got the reading here. I have got the reading, so I will copy paste the value of reading from this to this place. Now I've got the chess here. What if I delete the chess here? Just see, chess will go away. And it's dynamic. The reason it is dynamic because it is followed by the array formula. The array formula is just you have to write on the first, just wait, sorry. And it will write everything. You can't go and type anything here. If you do that, there will be an error. Why the error comes? Understand, because you have overwritten one value. You have overridden it. So you always have to understand you only apply on the array formula at the top. If error is just stopping us to, let's see, NA, like those terms and nothing else. Okay. So I hope you're understanding the point. Okay. So now array formula, it just creates the array, the whole vertical section of array. And now we can just see the chess is there, but the chess is absent here. No chess, so no chess. Engineer, yes, there is an engineer. Managing, yes, there is one managing. Writing, yes, there is one writing. Works out. Now it works for this. Passion. What is the next one? Mission. What it comes from? It comes from what you love and what the world needs. So what you love and what the world needs. So what you love, set 1. What the world needs, set 3. Let's go and see what it is. It is, I'm looking for the values in set 3. Yes, I'm looking for the values of set 3 and I want to see are they in set 1. So are they in set 1, which is nothing but my what you love. Yes, and if they are, then copy the values of the set 3. Yes, I'll do that. And then you just remember this is not sorted. So okay. So let's see now what we are getting. We are getting the set 3 value as Navy, Navy, Army, Fighter, Army. There is nothing value there. Engineer. Yes, engineer is in set 3. Engineer is in set 1. Works. So world needs engineer. Yes, they need it. So army has written 2 times, just remove it. So engineer is written here, engineer is written here. So the common part should include engineer. I hope now you understand. The next one will be very simple. You are looking for profession which comes from what you are good at, which is set 2, and what you can be paid for, which is set 4. So D and B, D and B. Now you see what is written D. I'm looking for the values of D and I'm checking are they in B cell. And this way I'm continuously getting the 4 values. I got the 4 values. I've got the 4 passion, mission, profession, vocation. If I go and add my, I will be paid for, not reading 2 times, I'll be paid for playing golf. I'll be paid for playing golf. Okay, but am I good at playing golf? Yes, I am good at playing golf. Okay, so now what you see, you get that playing golf is something that it is there, correct? Now, if you notice one very important point, playing golf is something which pops up in profession because it was the intersection. Yes? Now, since it has popped up, what you can do now, you can now understand that vocation will work similarly. Okay. At this stage, what we have to do then is one very important point. Now, after getting this, we have to repeat it for every time. So, I have got 4 pointers like this, correct? Now I want this to be followed for common of mission and passion. I want to see that my passion and mission has something common or not. This is what I want, because I want that my value should be in common in all the 4 values. So how can it be common in all the 4 values? Because passion should be in mission, passion should be in profession, and passion should be in vocation. So this value is passion plus mission. You see, passion and mission here, I have got engineer and have got writing. Yes, so I've got engineer and writing. So again, I'm doing the same thing. Now I'm looking at mission values. So I'm looking at, say, passion values to be pasted whenever they are present in mission. So I want my passion values, which is my E cell. I want my E cell to be pasted when I have got them in the F cell. So I'm looking for E cell and I'm saying these values should be selected in F cell. This works. Then I want my E cell to be present in G cell and H cell separately. E cell should be in G cell. You can see that E cell is in G cell and E cell should be in H cell. And this works for the passion mission, the passion profession, and the passion vocation. Correct? So I have got passion, profession, passion, vocation. Works well. What next? What next? I want now, wait, just a minute. Let me just do it a different color so that we are very much happy. Not the blue color, it won't work. Yeah, this will work. Okay, so now you know, understand. This is my passion, mission, passion, profession. Now I want what is in my passion, mission should be in my passion, profession also. So passion plus mission plus profession. Okay, I want this. Okay, let me just arrange it properly. Okay, now I want passion, mission to check with passion, profession. Superb. I just need to do one thing. I need to write the same formula in I and J. I'm looking for the values of I to be checked in the value of the J. Pretty simple. I'm looking in I. I want my I values and I'm checking are they in the J column. My passion, mission, is it combining with my passion, profession? Yes or no? Okay, so it is combining. Fine. So I see that only writing is coming up. Now this will be passion, mission combining with passion, vocation. Okay, so this is what passion, mission plus passion, vocation works. This time I'm looking for my I value with my K values. You can see the columns have been highlighted. The I values with my K values. So I and K. I'm checking my I are there in K. Okay. Now passion, mission, passion, profession, passion, mission. Now if I combine this, I'll get my Ikigai. What is Ikigai? Ikigai is nothing but it is passion plus mission plus profession plus vocation. And voila, I just need to make it, this wrapping is there, so it's just a way of customizing it, not required for you. You can learn these things later on also. But now you see this function is looking at this value and this value and it is matching it. Only one comes out and I think what my Ikigai is writing. Superb. So actually you solve this problem using Google Sheet now. I hope you understood it. I hope you like this. I hope you understand how Google Sheet is helpful for you to solve such things also. The correct formulas you have to use. You have to understand there are so many formulae. I can't teach you in one class. That's impossible actually. I just wanted to connect my class 1 with my class 2. And I wanted to make you understand that maths can be solved using this Google Sheet and English also can be solved using Google Sheet. I hope you have understood this class, and I hope that you have understood if I go on and writing my new profession or new things I'm good at. Let's say if I'm good at now typing. Does the world need typing? No. Do you think you can be paid for typing? Of course. So it will come as my profession. Yes, because I'm good at typing. I'm will be paid for typing. Why can't it be my profession? Yes, it can't. It can be my profession. It won't be my Ikigai though. Can we find Ikigai directly? I couldn't understand Deepika. I didn't give it much time, but I couldn't find to get all the 4 in the same intersection. The array was not happening. That was the whole trouble. And I didn't give much time also, that to be very honest. I gave it like 1 hour or so. So, no, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4 intersection directly. Yes, I can go and search, but then if it is dynamic, then it will be troubling for me. Every time I have to search it. Yes, you can write a for loop programming for it. That is in this tools script editor. There you can do this editing, and there you can type all the function and you can create a range and you can select that I'm looking for this value. It should be in every value. Do a for loop. Yes, then you can do that. This is also, I know that, but I'm not teaching you this one. This will be too much high for as of now. But yes, Google script can do this. That's the only way I know that, Deepika. And it will work. The code will work for sure. Because this is just a code and you're looking for one common value in everything. So you need to run the loop n times. Yes. But yeah, this will be like, but hope it works, and this will help you to understand what's your passion, what's the mission, what's the profession, and what's the vocation. So engineering and writing can be a mission, of course, but if you write engineering, if you write the word you can be paid for engineer, and it will be in their profession also. Yes, it will be in the profession also. Okay. Hey, engineer has come everywhere. It becomes the Ikigai also. Yeah. So engineer is also Ikigai because it has come in every phone now. So now I hope you understand the dynamicity of this and how dynamic it is. I hope you all understood it. For those who are watching it, thanks for watching the class. And I really hope that this class will be helpful. I have told you a lot of things, but as you know, we are here. We are always here. So let me create one channel for you. This will be our Google Sheet, Google Sheet channel, a Google Sheet channel where we will discuss a lot about Google Sheet. Correct? Superb. Any doubt? We can discuss it here. We can help each other, and for sure. So thanks for joining, and for those who were there for the whole session, Deepika, thanks a lot for it. Uh, and this was why I was able to teach it also. We'll see you in the next session. Take care. Bye bye.